It's Week 16 of the NFL.
And we'll get a look here at Davis Mills as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more.
It's the Colts and the Bears on Sunday night.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Mills on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. First carry now for David Montgomery. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down throw for Mills. He'll get this off to Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fields on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. The Bears at 11-3 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Fields. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. First carry now for Alexander Madison. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this one is incomplete. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mills on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On second down, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again, Mills on second and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A nice little juke. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ross on the return. A little juke, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete. On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mills now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mills. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the right hash, this from 53. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Chicago offense set to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
They're down to the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Mills' throw taken in by Landry.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Mills to throw it.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Ed Oliver able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here's Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Looking to throw is Mills. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Sterling Shepard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but that clock rolling. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Throwing again is Fields.
Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Fields throwing again. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Fields throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Again, Fields.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point safely through, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and the end result is a Bears touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away, taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 12,
Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A first down throw for Mills.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills.
And this is Shepard on the catch.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the gun, here's Mills. Hits his target, the tight end, Wk16. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. To throw again on second down. Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mills. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery.
Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly senses run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Fields finding Hardman here over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Fields. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Onto the field now come the Bears. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Montgomery back to the ground. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Mills throw taken in by Landry.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mills now. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Mills to the air again. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fields.
On play action, Fields works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Mills.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
To throw, Mills.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery.
To about the 33-yard line.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. 1:50 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. All eyes on Fields. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Back to throw. Fields. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And he's got it. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Fields. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played